And we certainly hope...
Stop the music, baby. He's here, the mouth of the South, baby. Look, thousands and thousands of cards and letters have been coming in everywhere. Listen to this right here. Jimmy Hart Show, baby. We love to see you. This is from Pittsburgh. Look, Washington, D.C., you're number one, Jimmy. Look, Columbus, Ohio, the greatest manager in the world today since I've taken the show. Hey, Ole, here's a card for you, baby. Your Social Security check. Here, take it. Don't spend it in one place. Keep him away from this money over here, because I've heard you got sticky fingers, Ole. What do you think, Gordon?
Well,
Look at the mouth of the South, baby.
Yeah, I think we've had enough of the mouth of the South. And in addition to that, of course, coming up during the next hour, we're going to be watching the return of Iron.
Well, let me tell you something, Ole. I should be out here doing the commentary, not you. You know, you ought to be on radio. You know why? Because you got the perfect face for it, big man. Look at this. Look at this outfit he's wearing, Gordon Soley. You know, remind me next week, I'm going to bring him a First Family Tour jacket. If you're here next week, you're in the past. This is the future, baby. This is the First Family Professional Wrestling, Jimmy Hart. This is my show. Gordon, I'm going to keep you around. You know why? Because I like you. Ole,
really?
I tell you what, you stay around. I'm going to keep you here, too.
I'll tell you what, let's go to the ring, please.
Thanks, pal, huh? What do you think, Gordon? Are you speechless, huh?
No, it's not really a question of being speechless, my friend. That really is not the case at all. I don't know. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Hart. You've just, you've really lent absolutely nothing to this program at this point, but here's a special word.
Your opinion.
It took me a long time to get to this place, this position.
Hey, wait a minute, man. Let me tell you something. You want to sit here and run your big mouth, that's fine. I was just chased down to Peachtree Street by Rufus R. Jones. But I'm telling you, baby, you ain't going to make it around here. This place ain't big enough for the First Family Professional Wrestling. And you, baby, you were finished. You were washed up. You and Ole Anderson stood out here several months ago, baby, several weeks ago, whining and crying. You want to hit me, don't you? You want to hit me, don't you? Knock this chip off, baby. Come on, come on.
You got a problem.
Come on, baby.
But I will whoop your...
Oh, no, baby.
Hey, man.
You got
not here, please.
Everything that you get, I will whoop you and eat you for dinner.
Hey, baby, you got the problem. And it's Jimmy Hart and the First
Mr. Hart, may I suggest you leave, sir?
I've got the family watching behind the door, baby.
No,
I suggest you leave, Mr. Hart.
You are through, baby.
People like you
are through, baby.
have problems.
Oh, brother, he does have a problem.
You know, it's always a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to be here with Ole. I've been back in the back, and I've been listening to that guy run his mouth. He's talking about the mouth of the South. You know, we will show them. We will show them how to touch somebody and just look at it.
Oh, look, they're both here together. You know, Gordon, I told you a long time ago, there were a lot of great teams in professional wrestling and music and everything else. There was Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, Abbott and Costello, now Patterson and Anderson together. Look, you're all dressed up, Thunderbolt, with no place to go, baby. This is like the blind leading the blind with him and Ole Anderson out here.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me, baby.
We will whoop anything that you got between two shoes.
A lot of talk, a lot of hot air, baby.
All you got to do, you run your mouth out, you talk, all you got to do is bring them on. We're talking about facts now.
Yeah.
All you got to do is quit running your mouth, and we'll whoop your to death.
You're not impressing me, and you're not impressing. Are he impressing you, Ole Anderson? Let me tell you something, Ole Anderson. This is 1984, not 1954, baby. This is the future in professional wrestling. I can bring anybody, any place, anywhere in here that can whip you, and this man right here. Look at him, all dressed up with no place to go. Both of you are, man.
You know, there's only one thing I can say when I look at you. I get so a little bit disgusted. I've listened to
you want to hit me, don't you? I guess you want to knock this chip off my shoulder. Don't you? Don't you, Ole Anderson?
No, but I would like to take you.
Uh-oh. He's offering to take him in the ring. And Ole...
You know, you go ahead in the wrestling ring.
I'll sue you.
Hang up there. Shut up for about 5 seconds. Shut up and don't say a word. Ain't now one of you. You take a wrestler and you go ahead and you throw him in the ring and you wrestle him. But when you got a little weasel like Jimmy Hart, you don't worry about wrestling. You got to give him a message. You got to give him a message that you can take back to your people, right? And so you get the camera right over here. Get this camera.
Wow, brother. Wow. Open-handed slaps and...
I tell you, there's only one thing you can do. You maybe go ahead and insult him. Get him a little bit upset. Get him a little excited. Because I'm excited. And I'll be there. If anybody's going to get in there and try to tell me they're going to run me off or they're going to run Thunderbolt off or anybody else off, I don't care if you're from New York. I don't care if you're from Chicago. I don't care where you're from. The people right here aren't going to stand for it, and I sure as hell am not going to, and he's not going to. So you get your stuff together and come on and get us. All right. God damn it.
All right, there it is.
Get every one of them and line them up, and we'll kick they backside and give them hell.
Amen to that.
You saw Thunderbolt Patterson hold me, and you saw Ole Anderson hit me and hit me and hit me. Well, let me tell you something, Ole Anderson.
This is
You're going to be paid back.
Bit of
Look at my face. My face is still bruised from this. I promise you, Ole Anderson, you and Thunderbolt Patterson, you ain't through with him yet. I'm going to get you if it's the last thing I do. You
now, wait just a minute.
I couldn't anything. I couldn't kick him. I couldn't do anything. But listen, let me tell you. Come here, Abdullah the Butcher. Abdullah the Butcher, from now on, everywhere I go, I'm going to have me a bodyguard. Like I said, Ole Anderson, in this briefcase, baby, I've got two men's names. They are big and they are bad. And when the time's right, I'm going to unleash them on you and Thunderbolt Patterson. It was two of them holding my feet, baby.
Would you care to apologize, sir?
I'm not apologizing to anybody. If I had my karate belt on, they wouldn't have done it to me. But from now on, I'm going to pay them back, and that's a promise. It took two of them to jump me. Not one, but two. The camera didn't pick up the lays, baby. Let me tell you something, man. You know, Gordon, this is probably the greatest day of my life.
For those of you who aren't familiar with him, this is Jimmy Hart.
Let me just say that everybody knows who I am. Everybody knows who I am. Get a good shot of this beautiful face right here. Let me tell you something, Gordon Soley. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I had a little setback. But, you know, football players, football coaches have setbacks. You know, if a football coach had a losing season, would you fire yourself or would you fire the team? I'll answer that for you. You'd fire the team, wouldn't you? And that's what I did. Those New York Assassins are probably the worst team I've ever managed in my life. Abbott and Costello could beat those guys, but they're gone. But I've got a lot of surprises for you people out there today. So I want everybody right now to get your chairs up close to that TV set. Put down those bologna sandwiches because, like I said before, the first family is on its way, baby. The first family is on... What in the world is this, Gordon Soley? Gordon Soley. Master of the ring, Gordon Soley. Who have you ever beat, Gordon Soley? Who have you ever beat? Who has Gordon Soley ever beat, man? This has got to be a joke. Can I take this book and try to look through it? Look, it's all pictures because I guess these goofs out here can't even read anything. Like I said, baby, a lot of surprises today. So keep your TV set on, baby. The mouth of the...
Gentlemen.
This is my time, baby. This is my time,
gentlemen.
Ole Anderson and Thunderbolt Patterson.
Wait just a minute now.
Hey, this is my time. You better not touch me either. You better not hold me like you did a couple of weeks ago. Let me tell you something.
You know, I think you made a big mistake. Your people from New York aren't so hot after all, are they?
Hey.
You got your assassins out there, and it didn't work too good, did it?
You're getting me hot, Ole Anderson. You know what? I talked to my lawyer. You know what my lawyer said? Stand your ground, Jimmy Hart, because if that big, fat Ole Anderson touches you, then I can have your home, I can have your car, I can make you work for me forever. You too, don't you be looking at me like that. Watch my back, Gordon Soley. Let me tell you something, Ole Anderson. You are fat, you are overweight, and you are out of shape, and I promise you this. I'm going to bring in the talent that will get rid of you, and rid of you once and for all. And if either one of y'all touch me right now, like I said before, my lawyer told me you can't touch me. You can't do that. You can't do it, and you better not jump me from behind either. I promise you that. You want to... I promise you, you better not touch me. Out on your house, out on your car. I've got glasses on. If you hit me with glasses on, I will have you underneath the jail. You know a guy like that, you don't hit me, man. You don't hit me.
Wowee. Brother. Jimmy Hart attacked Ole Anderson from behind, and he has taken off. He has flat flown the coop, I'll guarantee you that. And, whew, that man's insane.
Yeah, he's insane, all right. He's crazy like a fox. I'll tell you what, Jimmy Hart. You got your lawyers, and you got your big boys from all over, wherever they're coming from. But I'm going to tell you this. Bolt and I, when we get in the ring, wherever it is, I mean wherever it is, whatever town it might be in, when we see you, we're going to make sure that we do something that should have been done a long time ago. We're going to be your mama, and we're going to be your papa. As sure as I'm standing here, people know I'm not going to make a statement that I don't back up, and this is one statement I'm going to make, and I'm going to back up. When I see you, Bolt and I see you, when we get done with whoever you throw against us, I'm making this promise. We're going to grab a hold of you, and we're going to bear one part of your body, and we're going to spank you like your mama and your daddy should have done a long time ago. That's...
Television championship going on the line later on here on Championship Wrestling from Georgia. I'm Gordon Soley, your host, and joining me right now is...
Yours truly, baby, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, the greatest manager in the history of professional wrestling today. You know, I can't believe how lucky that Ole Anderson and Thunderbolt Patterson are. But let me tell you something, baby. Time is running out. I don't care how much money it takes. I don't care who I have to bring in. I'm going to get rid of you guys once and for all. And let me tell you something, baby. The Terminators are on their way. Remember that. The Terminators are on their way, Gordon Soley.
Well, I'll keep that.
Wanted Tommy Rich, Ole Anderson, the family is ready, baby. I ain't out here jiving. I'm not out here playing, baby. From now on, we mean business, right, Eddie?
That's right, Gordon. You know what Tommy Rich is going to have to do? Instead of leaving the area or getting out of wrestling, he better get on the next space shuttle that's going to outer space, because when hot stuff gets through, I don't care anywhere, I want him.
You better get a stretcher, pal. You better get a stretcher.
Well, I'll ask the Long Riders at this situation. And so it is indeed a situation here with the Long Riders against Tommy Wildfire Rich and Brad Armstrong. And all right, there you see Jimmy Hart lending his commentary to the entire situation. This, of course, is a situation where things did not go well for Tommy Wildfire Rich and Brad Armstrong, as you can see, but there was plenty of outside interference, and the Long Riders seem to move extremely well when they've got all of the...
Long Riders, I don't care how much money it takes. We're coming after you with everything we got. So what I'm telling you, Hart, you get all the bounties that you want. I'm talking about, I got Abdullah the Butcher. You know, he don't care. He don't feel no pain. So Jimmy Hart, you little wimp, bring it on. Anytime, anywhere, any place. Abdullah, yeah, bring it on, Hart.
Here we're bringing on a very special...
Whether I've got to fight them both or whether I can fight one of them or...
Hey, Hart, are you nervous, Tommy Rich? Are you nervous? Well, you ought to be nervous. Let me tell you something, baby. You don't have Abdullah anymore. You see what? Can you read? You see this right here? This is a contract. I manage Abdullah the Butcher now because money talks, baby, and I had just a little bit more money than you did, big boy. So how do you like that? You're all by yourself. You are by yourself, Tommy Rich. I made a promise. I made an oath I'd get rid of you, punk. Why don't you read it? Can you read, you big country bumpkin? Can you read it? What does it say? Managed by Jimmy Hart, Abdullah the Butcher. How do you like that? How do you like that, Rich? You better take your hands off of me. Abdullah, you better take your hands off of me.
Oh, brother. Oh. Abdullah the Butcher catching Tommy Wildfire Rich from behind. Smashing Rich down on that chair, and Tommy Wildfire Rich literally being...
That's the greatest day of my life. That's the greatest day of my life, baby. Look at him. Look at Tommy Rich now. You know, I told everybody 3 months ago that I was going to get rid of Tommy Rich. And now this is my moment. Look, outside interference. Garbage not supposed to be in this match.
3-on-1 certainly isn't very fair either.
Come on, Abdullah. Come on, Abdullah, bust him, baby. Hit him, Abdullah, bust him. Wipe him out, baby. Finish him off. Get rid of him once and for all. Look at him. That's the greatest day of my life. The man looks me down. 400 pounds. You know, he's going to be my new bodyguard. I've tried to hire a lot of wrestlers, and I've hired a lot of wrestlers, Gordon Soley. But none of them be able to do what I want them to do, so I fired them all. But right now, Abdullah the Butcher, he's my main man. I don't trust Abdullah. He doesn't trust me. But we've got one thing in common, and that's money. I don't care how much money it takes. I'll get all the money in the world and keep this man happy. Look at him, Abdullah.
You know, Mr. Hart, you are indeed a depraved individual, sir.
Let me tell you something. Look at him, look at him. Abdullah the Butcher. Look at him, the animal, baby. The animal, Abdullah.
Well, all I can say is that there's been a lot of carnage in that ring, and right now